Hey everybody, how are you today? Hope all is well. We are here in my kitchen. I just noticed we have some beautiful beadwork by Nora, my granddaughter. I'm so glad that you're here. I feel like it has been forever since I did an official live. I've been traveling throughout the world. I've been to 5-6 different countries in the last month, and it was very exciting and fun, but I'm back home now and really excited to launch our new collection, the May-June. So this collection released earlier over in the UK in May, so I could teach with it and do some videos and things. And then wait a minute now, am I on? Okay, sorry guys, we had a slight disaster before my computer wasn't working. Turned out the outlet was no good. It never fails that there will be a problem. So I hope that was it, but we'll see. Hi, Laura, Karen, Marion. Oh, it's so fun to see you guys again. Lisa, Avril, Charlotta, of course, is here. Our mayor. Who else? There's Anna. It is not on YouTube. I had to re-verify my account, I think because I was overseas and it was not sure if I was the real thing. So it made me redo it, and it's taking 24 to 48 hours. I'm not up on there yet, but I will be reposting this immediately after this show. I will be putting it on YouTube, and if you have any comments and you want to be part of the giveaway, then you just leave your comments below that stream. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Hi, Liz, Linda, good to meet you over there, Linda. Hey, Brenda. Lisa said yes, okay, thank you for having that up there. Yes, okay, she's gonna watch on her iPad. Hi, Hillary, Monica, good to see you all. I'm very happy to have two wonderful people who I did not get the memo to wear pink, apparently.
Oh, that's true.
There's Susie, you know her, and Debbie in the background. She is filling orders, and you know,
the Etsy elf.
The Etsy,
Etsy helper.
She did an amazing job while I was gone. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to
get into my stuff.
She's very particular, so that's a good thing, believe me. Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
And yeah, thanks for being here, everybody. So, hey, Susan Siebert, Michelle, you couldn't find me, so stressful. Sorry. Okay, and also on Instagram, I can't see your comments, but if you're there, thank you for watching. And we will have a giveaway over on Instagram, and what you'll have to do is hashtag June release with your comment, and then I can find it under my post talking about the live. Sorry guys, I know that it's very too much. It's too much for me. I've been on a cruise for 2 weeks. I can't even think anymore. I'm just like, go out on the deck, have a read. So anyway, I want to get going because we have a lot to share today. I have some special guests for you that are waiting in the comments. We're going to do this a little differently today because we may have some new viewers who are coming over from Scrapbooking Made Simple, because Stacy, my other buddy at Sizzix, did a release this Saturday, but she didn't cover all of the dies and how to assemble them. So I'm just going to quickly go through and put a couple of them together. Hey, Amy Powers, how are you? Diane Mullins, good to see you again. All right. Any questions here? I don't see anything. Okay, so let's see. What do you guys want to start with? Should we go with the scoreboards first? Hi, Jen. Oh, good. Yes, I can't wait to see. There's Tanya. Good. All right, everybody's getting on. All right, let me just, while I'm thinking about it, and I have a big list of stuff that I have to remember, I just want to say it. We are going to have a giveaway. And the question, because we always do the same one, and I just asked in the group, what should we do? And Jenny had an interesting one. She said, what is your favorite 5-petal flower? Because I want to see what you can make with our new layered stencil right here in front of me. I can't find. What flower do you feel like that could be? And what would you like to make that into? So put that in the comments, and that's how we're going to pick who is the winner of our prize. That's on Facebook. On Instagram, you can answer the same question. Just make sure you have the hashtag EHJuneRelease on it, and then I can find it.
And on YouTube?
And then on YouTube, you can just answer the question, my favorite 5-petal flower, once we post the video, okay? All right, I know Tanya didn't get a notification. We're all messed up. I can't be on YouTube. Anyway, we're moving forward. You guys can handle all this tech problems. You're used to it. So it could be laid for Daisy. Very good. Violet. Okay, you guys, you know your flowers. And I don't know about you, but our spring is really pretty here. Now we're going into summer. Our hydrangeas decided to bloom this year. That's very nice. Okay, last year they didn't. You can answer the question now or later, whenever you like, as long as it's on the stream here, okay? We'll keep this open, the giveaway open, until next Monday at midnight, and then Tuesday I will announce it on my live, who the winners are, okay? All right, we got that taken care of. I also just wanted to let you know about some events that are coming up, because there's still a couple slots in each of the things. One of them is the Society of Wildflowers Conference in Laguna Beach. That'll be July 16th through the 18th, and that is going to be amazing. It's in a place called the Art Hotel, and all kinds of cool people are coming. We're going to fill the hotel. So if you're interested in that, I'll be putting up links this week to registration. So just keep it in mind. If you live in California, it's really going to be pretty, right on the water. Okay, then at the end of July, I'm going to meet two of my friends, Erin and Cassie. That's Erin Reed and Cassie Lawrence. And we're going to be in Texas. I think it's outside of Austin at a little B&B. And we're doing a maker retreat. That's July 25th to the 28th. Last I heard, there are 2 slots left. So if you're interested in that, and the price is great, it covers everything, your hotel, or, the B&B and everything. In August, the 2nd and 3rd, I'll be in Sharonville at Stampaway. And then August 16th and 17th, I'll be at Scrappy Shack down in Helen, Georgia. And maybe one of my friends might be coming with me. We have to talk about that.
Yes, we do.
Okay. I was hoping she would forget.
Yeah.
And I would say, get ready. Anyway, okay. Also, if you're interested in buying these dies, I have them listed in the group, and I have them listed in Etsy. There are 2 bundles. One of them is for everything, all 5 pieces. So there are 3 scoreboards dies, and then the stencil and the Thinlits die. All from Sizzix, and I'm going to be going through and showing you in just a couple minutes. So there's that bundle, and on that one you're going to save $17 and you get free shipping in the US. So I know it's a lot, and I know some of you have it. So I also did another bundle with just the stencil and the Thinlits that are new, and on that bundle you save $5. So take a look. Here are the scoreboards. I probably should have put these up sooner, but we're going to be talking a lot about them. So these are our bases, and then we'll have these to decorate, okay? So go ahead and check out the Etsy store, okay? Periwinkle. Oh, I love that one. Yes, okay. Oh, I'm going to see who just said, I'll see you at Scrappy.
It was Leslie.
Oh, hey, Leslie. Good. I saw her there last time, too. We also have the loom. And let me just show you. Sorry. We have a kit for the loom if you're interested in one of these. And the loom is so pretty. And here are a couple that I made, and they're not done yet, but these are going to be bindings for some of the books that I make. And this is the loom. This is what it looks like. And this was created by Jewel Loom. And so you'll find that in the Etsy store too. And we'll be doing more of that. I wanted to do more. I did them in the cruise, but the internet was really not good. And I was kind of mad. The stencil bundle wasn't there on Etsy, just the die. It should be both of them there, Jenny. I did them 2 days ago. Yeah.
I think I saw them.
Okay. Debbie says she saw. All right. Maybe we can put the link up. Somebody. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Okay. Those are my announcements. I also want to thank the team for all their amazing samples that I was able to bring around the world. And I carried them with me. I was afraid to ship them, so they were in my luggage. I was dragging them around the whole time. And they survived really well. And we also have a blog hop today that is at EileenHull.com. So go ahead over there and check out some of the projects. You can watch Facebook Lives twice a week right here and on YouTube. And join Fan Club, Eileen Hull Fan Club on Facebook. Okay. All right. Now, are we ready to go? Let's start with the box. Okay. Let me put this down. I'm just going to do a quick video. Whoops. There's everybody.
You're going to actually cut it?
No, I'm not going to cut it. I have it.
Assemble.
Yes. I'm just going to assemble it very quickly. And I'll just give you a couple tips. Okay, so here are all the pieces that come out when you cut it. Does that look okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to cut 2 pieces twice. Cut everything twice. All right. So this is a big project. So I'm missing a lid here. I mean, there's another one. No, here's okay. So one of my tips is when I put this together, if I'm using tape, you can use anything, but for the sake of the demo, thank you, it magically appeared. This is a table that we got when we went to the thrift store. That was the same day she got a silhouette. It was amazing.
In the box, brand new.
In the box.
Yeah.
And then Debbie came. What did you get, Debbie? Did you get
that
anything?
thrift store we went
Yeah.
to?
Did you get anything that day?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
I think she was with the
Joe
second
did.
trip.
Oh, yes, he went back
Joe.
and got a contractor box for in the back of his truck.
I love it. It's a little known thrift store. Yeah, all right.
It is, really.
Susie's gonna help me. So what I'm doing is just folding over on all the score lines. And then I'm gonna take my tape and I'm just gonna add tape all along the bottom. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm just gonna keep it all together. And do you want to do some? You're fine. Okay. We'll be quick. This really goes together in just a tiny bit of time. Yes. That would be good, Susie. Actually, no, not that one. We'll do the ones off the side. That gets too messy. Okay. I have to do the side. I have a certain way.
Okay.
Well, I only figured it out because I mess it up. So I peel off my side tabs first, and then at the end they all come together. It's important. So, like I said, this is a pretty big box. This measures, I think, 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 by 4 1/8, something like that. And you can fit all kinds of stuff in here. You can reconfigure this so that you have 2 lids together, and you're going to see some samples in a little bit. What that looks like. 2 lids, 2 bottoms, different closures. Thank you. My surgical assistant is helping here. Oh, I could have done that, but it's good to see. If you've never done a scoreboard die before, you will love them. They're so sturdy and they go together so quickly, and you're able to decorate them in whatever style you want. And you're going to see that. Oh, these are peeled off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Let me just wipe my nose. Okay. So what we're going to do is, these are our lids. And obviously you can decorate these ahead of time. If you want, you can add paper to the mat board before you decorate. My glasses. Can't see the shadows here. That's okay. So I'm just overlapping these. Oops. I'm going to fold this around. The order doesn't matter. You can do. Is that okay? See, Susan?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Take a mess. Where did it go? Okay. Now, somebody along my trip had a good tip. We were using the Stamp and Stencil tool, which has repositionable adhesive on it, and they said if you line that up so everything is on square, it will hold it in place. You know, which was a really good tip. Thank you, Scalpel. So now we're just going to remove this tape all at one time, and you'll see that one of the reasons that I kept this all in one strip is so that these corners can stick together.
Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, tip of the day.
Susie is whipping these all of my garbage. This is great. We had so much fun on the road. I'm so glad that I got to meet everybody in person. It's so much better. We had a fish fry one night, or fish and chips. And thank you. All right, so now we have our nice 45-degree angle, approximately, or mitered corners. And then we're just going to take this is going to be the bottom of our box. So if there's any one that you don't want to decorate, I would go with the bottom because you're probably not going to look at it. And just kind of jiggle that around until you get it perfectly square, and it should be pretty close. And then just take your bone folder or your hand and go through and smooth these down. You're going to do that. Oh, thank you. So you're going to do the same now with the lid of the box. So we're just going to bend these around, these two. And some people think that this box should overlap, that the lid should overlap, that it should come over it. But if you look at them, they're flush. They're exactly the same. So don't worry about that. That's not how it's meant to work. And as far as latches, you can assemble this in a couple different ways. There are latches that come, hinges that come on the die, and that's these pieces here. I like to cut those out of the Sizzix surfaces because they don't, they keep their elasticity. Like mat board, if you bend that 50 times, you're going to lose after a while. It's just not gonna, the paper will break down. But the surfaces, I don't know what it's made out of. It's magical, and that will stay flexible a long time. Woo. All right, so we're just going to do the same exact thing. And sorry to take the time. I know that a lot of you have already made this, but if you haven't, you can see how quickly this goes together. Okay, so there we go.
Et voila.
Et voila, that is the box. Now there's a couple things you can do with this. On the trip, I was showing how to put our scrap mat board inside so that these sit a little exactly perfectly on top of each other. So you can do that, but you can also add the latches on the back here. And how I do that is just add a little glue, stick them down. Actually, they go this way because they have a score line, if you can see here. So when you bend that, you want this to go this way. You know what I mean? Like
And Tanya says that the bottom isn't finished unless it's covered.
okay, well,
the eternal
that's
debate.
Tanya. Yeah, that's Tanya, and that's Madeline. Depends on how much time. But okay, so that is how we assemble the box. So now let's go to the team. and see who would like to, if you're on the team, down in the little thing below, who would like to go and show what they have created. No one's raising. Oh, Elizabeth. Okay, you're on. Thank you, Elizabeth. Are you muted, maybe? Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, good to see you again.
And you. Ignore the mess behind me. I've had an IKEA delivery this morning.
Yes. Oh, exciting.
So yeah, be a little bit tidier, hopefully by the end of next week.
That's okay. All right.
Right, well, you've got some of my things there, but this week
Yes.
I've been playing with the journal.
Okay.
And I've made a junk journal. I hadn't made one for ages and ages. And
oh,
playing with the spine. And I'm looking at that, the beads, and I want a pair of earrings now, like that.
Oh yeah, that is so cool.
And it's really good texture.
Yes.
It's sari ribbon. It's not silk, but it's ribbon, and it's quite scruffy, so it's beautiful and soft. Hi, Charlotta. And then in the inside, I got lots and lots of 7 gypsies. 49 market. That's the usual go-to, isn't it? Lots of 7 gypsies that I'm using up. So there's bits of maps and all kinds of postcards and photographs and all sorts of bits and pieces in there. So thank you, Brenda. So I can carry on adding into it. So the fabric is on the inside.
Cool.
So that I've just got a little bit more texture.
Yeah. I like how it kind of sticks out.
Yeah, I'm going to carry on adding into that one. And then I made a little drawer. I bought my friends some beads.
Yes.
And I made a little drawer to put them in. And then there were too many beads.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
So I've just covered the back of the drawer as well. But it's the perfect little gift box.
Yes.
And it's sturdy, so you can use it. And I don't know if you can pick it up, the light's weird here because it's stormy. I've used paper lace on the edges to cover the edges.
I love that.
Very cool. So that was just another little bit of strengthening. And then when I went for a little root and toot, I found this little book that I made the first time the book die came out.
Cute.
So it's on my blog, and next week I'm going to do past projects made with these dies. And it's just it's one of my drawings, and he's just watercolored. I
thought so. Yeah, I remember.
But I never did the inside, so I need to finish the inside.
Okay. Well,
and then another one I found I hadn't realised. Look at this little fella.
Dude, look at the
I remember
this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's adorable.
And I made a tassel.
Yes.
And beaded it.
So cute.
And that one is finished off inside. That one's got a couple of stitched signatures in there, just little notebooks.
Oh yes.
Fastened in with elastic. So that was quite an easy one.
Yeah.
So and I'm ready to go because I found another one that I've just had on the gel press.
Yes. Oh, look at those colors, so soft.
Oh, look. Not planned because this was done a while ago.
Oh yeah. I love that how you wove the beads in, like a little segment into between the fibers. Oh, yeah. That was so pretty.
So that's sari silk.
Oh, that's the sari too. Okay.
The one with the beads, I split the sari silk down the middle to make it a little bit finer. Okay. And I like that texture.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Daisy Dog. That one is the full width. So that one's a bit more, well, it's chunky.
Yeah,
a little bit more rustic looking.
Yeah. Cool. But you can adjust the width of it by just stringing, so many strings on there. So yeah.
Yeah. I've got some new fibers to play with as well on there. Some hand-dyed fibers, different kinds, like chenille fiber and cotton and all kinds of things. Wow. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, I'm going to be having a play. It's a little bit addictive, and it's not far off being a bracelet. You know,
No, I know it.
it's not far off.
I think you could easily just, if you extended those strings and maybe braided them and then added a clasp at the end.
Do you know what would work as
What?
well? I bet this is my Eleen leftovers box. Bear with. So you could use, like one of the. You've got lots of like these kind of bits and pieces.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
That have got holes in. So if you cut that out of, I don't know, leather or whatever, Tonya, you're welcome. You could extend and make bracelets.
Yes. Oh, I think that's a great idea. Oh,
That pile of plaits in a moment.
That's what we live for. These idea moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's great. All right.
And
What do
thank
you do?
Daisy.
And we'll have more of the samples that you made later.
Yeah.
Later, the ones that she carried around, we'll share those.
Yeah.
Too.
Do we want to do some of those now, you think?
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, thank you. Okay. All right. Let's I mean, is there, if anybody else wants to go, just raise your hand. If not, I'll go to some samples. Okay, Teresita, you're on. Hello, Teresita.
I think she's muted.
Oh, yeah, she looks a little
Fuzzy.
all right, let's see if I can unmute. I think you have to unmute. Yeah, there she goes.
I'm there.
Hey.
Can you hear me and see me?
Yes, very good. You're a little blurry, but I can see you. Yes.
Do you know if I can change? If I change my internet connection, will it cut this whole thing?
I'm not sure about that.
Well, if you want, I can come later. Let me just try it. Try that. Could be my internet.
You're frozen right now. So let's do that. We'll show some, and then you can come back in,
Sure.
and we'll do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's show these here.
What do you want to show?
Let's start with these boxes. So first I have, can you guys see this okay? I hope the light is all right. Sorry. Okay. This is a box from Maggie, and she's used her graphic 45 paper, beautiful, and her flowers, as she always does. And inside is this cute little journal mini book that she used pieces from other dies to create with. There's that little envelope. I love that one. That's like what do you call that thing? Waterfall.
Yeah.
In the pocket, all these little pieces were other dies.
All the details.
I know. See, she's so good with the details. Love this. So Maggie's just back from a big trip, and she is out doing something today, but she'll be around. I'm hoping I can get her to come and do a video for us, because you guys love her videos. So that is one. Here's one from Tanya, and I cannot believe how this survived the trip, because look at how delicate this is. She always makes her signature flowers. It got a little bit squished down because I had it in a plastic container, but look at how pretty this is inside. Isn't that beautiful? Oops. And she used some metal hinges and these little feet, which I think is really...
You have to show the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom. Look at that. And her card matches. Give me a break, Tanya. Jeez. And look at how that nice little closure lines up. It's beautiful with that sparkly paper. I don't know if you can see. The light is not great here, but this is just gorgeous. And I do wonder, Tanya, where are your pom-poms? Maybe they're tucked in somewhere because, oh, wait a minute. No. You see
Not on this box.
I don't know, Tanya. She used the rec or the
Ribbons
trim.
for the braid.
Yeah, that counts. All right, now here's one from Teresita. Check this out. Look at the detail.
I'm back here.
Okay, you're back. And look at these little sequins, the beads. It's so cute. And check this out. 3 books that fit inside. Look at how pretty these are. Each book. Be great for photos, a little memory travel book. You know, I think Trinity would love this. She's 17, I think. Just to put all her little memories and things in here. You know, class trips, and so pretty. And I have to say, even with this bumped up, these still fit. So good job, Teresita. And look at this beautiful stenciling. This is our new stencil. So check that out. And also, if you need any Stampin' Up, I know that's a certain person named Teresita signed on as a Stampin' Up person. So now she's got the pom-poms. All right, so it's onion.
Thank goodness someone took up the slack.
Yes, there we go. Look at these. Oh, so pretty, Teresita. Let's finish with these and then we'll go to the live. Okay, here's more of Teresita's. Look at how detailed, guys. Now this is cool. Teresita, is that like a gold paste that you use there?
No, that's acrylic paint.
Oh, acrylic paint. Okay.
But it's so thick that looks like maybe a glaze or something.
It does. It's so dimensional. Really cool. And look at these. Now, are these the flowers that were cut?
Yep. That's done with your stencil and with your die.
Okay, wow. That's amazing. I love how you made them dimensional.
And the paper, you know, is done using a gel plate.
Cute.
So that's acrylic too.
Beautiful. Oh, and then, she not only did, wait a minute. Let's look at yep, she did it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
Overachievers, but look at even inside.
Sure.
Great. All right. Well, I'm a loser. Look at how cute these little cards are. Wouldn't that be fun to just
They're all different.
I love that because, you know, sometimes you don't want to write a big old letter. You just want to say thank you for whatever, and there you go.
And you have them there for any occasion. They are all ready.
Yes. Love that. All right. Now here's something, you guys, you're not going to believe this. A topiary. I have to say, I couldn't bring this with me.
I know.
New. Oh, but look at how pretty. I can't even really show the whole thing. Okay, let's see. There we go. Yeah. Now, is that the sewing machine legs there?
Yes, they are.
Sewing box. Yeah. Cute. And this is the stencil. And flowers. Look at that, guys. How did you do
your flowers?
Gel press?
Some are gel press and others are like scraps of scrapbooking paper.
Yeah, okay.
And at the end, I had a brush and I did add some ink and some watercolor.
Oh, okay. So pretty. Beautiful.
And the base, I did the stenciling right into the mat board.
Yes.
Sizzix mat board.
Yeah. And then you cut it? Yeah, cool. Beautiful. All right. Now, this is from Pam Bray. And this one is 2 lids. And she just put them together with a bunch of little stationery items. Look at this little matchbox. Oh, I think those are, what do you call them? Thumbtacks. How cute. Little plastic case with stickers. This is gorgeous. And this is cool paper. So what she did was she just took 2 of the lids and put these little, you know, what do you call them? Guides, inserts, to kind of settle the lid on, and little feet that are half, and look at that. Look at that. She not only, you know, coordinated this, but put all the dies that she used. I mean, these guys are pros. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's beautiful. Yeah. Nice collage and dimensional. You can't really tell, but it is. Love that. Okay, now this is the box that we did. Oops, I got a little messed up there. While I was on the trip. And these are 3 of the projects that we made along the way. Just a couple different techniques that we learned using embossing powder and inks. That was fun. And we learned how to bind them. And so be looking for that. We're going to have a lot more coming. But that was our project that we made. And kind of the fun thing about this was we used the handles or the latch or decorative piece as a handle to take the top off. So lots more tips coming on that. This one is from Sarah Lizzie. It's a day at the beach. Relax. Man, I'm feeling good already. Need to go to the beach. Look at this, how she glued on actual shells. It's so cute. And made a little drawer just in case you need to collect your seashells in here. Add a little bleach first or they're going to smell bad, but ask me how I know. And she used the latch right here, so you can see it. It works fine, you know. That's pretty. This is from Elizabeth, and I like how you did this, Elizabeth, here with just cardstock. Now, she didn't use the mat board, and it just kind of sits in there really nicely. And also, what is this? Just a tape, like a book binding tape or linen tape for a hinge. Really cool. And this is just neat.
And the drawers open.
The drawers open. They do. I see that. Yeah, sometimes you have to mess with them a little. Yes, very cute. Elizabeth, she wrote her name in there. See, you never know what little surprises you're going to find. I love it. And the gold. The gold is really pretty. Just highlights. Is that gold luster wax or like a marker? Looks like.
It was a marker pen just to cover up all the edges and make it blend together. And it is bookbinding tape.
Okay.
For the spine.
And then these are the flowers. How pretty they. That almost looks like it's printed on there, but you can feel the texture. Very cool. So pretty. Okay, now Lisa Hole, this is hers, and I just found the little closure downstairs, and I forgot to bring it up. But she had a charm on here with just a little elastic to keep this together, because she also made like a little trunk, and each drawer has different things in it. This thing is heavy, but it supports it. It is heavy duty. Now, I'm not looking at any comments, guys. I'm so sorry, because I have 2 different screens. I'm not looking at one. But she also did the little mini book over here and a pencil, which you have to have if you have a book. I love it. Look at that nice vintage. And she did use the texture roll for her hinges, so you can see how nicely they bend. Okay. You have to really glue that down. This is one from the last collection that I think Jenny did.
Yeah.
And let's open this up. I love this little belt. All right, guys. Isn't that adorable? Look at this. Little, like a little steamer trunk is what I picture. It almost looks like leather. It feels like leather, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Love it. So pretty. And that copper tape on there, the embossing. And this, yeah, it does look like that. Oh, love it. All right, and here's another one. This is from Sue Eldred. And check this out. Same idea. An adorable little trunk. And again, you can, I'm nervous to pull these out. Sometimes when you ship, things get shifted a little, and I don't want to mess anything up, because this is just the cutest little project. Now, anyway, they do open. And then you could put, actually, you can put like a little notebook or something in here, because you still have room to use that as a space to decorate. Or that'd be a cute little shadow box, don't you think? So, all right. Oh, now Susie. All right, Susie, you come and talk about your things. I need a
Hi,
drink.
it's me. I used Eileen's lattice stencil to do the plaid on here, and I sent this box over with her with some ATCs. And so I did a swap and I'm starting to get the ATCs back, but I'm going to wait and see. Maybe I'll open them on a live with you
Oh, yeah.
as they come in. But I asked, people who took them if they could sign the box. And that's real easy to do because this is just the plain mat board and it was only decorated with inks. I used Catherine Pooler's inks. And I cut an extra piece when I make my boxes just to make, not that they need to be more solid, but I cut this top piece a second time and then I just trim a little bit off the edge so that it fits on the inside of the lid and it's finished. And I did the same on the bottom of the box as well. So I have it on the outside and on the inside.
Okay,
And
I'm just going to turn this around because we're backwards. Did you know that? It's not a problem, guys. Sorry. Actually, let's get you on the other camera while I switch that around so people don't get sick to their stomach. Okay. All right, I'm just going to switch that camera.
Well, and I made some ATCs that are in the box that I sent over, and I'll just show you those real quickly. That's Eleen's stamp. I think to myself, it's a wonderful world. I don't know if you can tell this, the stencil of the flower in the background, and the tabs and that little wonky heart is from a previous Thinlit set. This is another one where I did an ATC with the lattice and floral stencil, or was it floral and lattice stencil? I haven't got that. And again, this is one of Eleen's stamps there. And I have a couple of these came back to me. I don't have all of them, but I'll show them on my blog. I've got some. And yeah, actually, when I come to the notebook portion of the show,
yes,
I have some in there that I'll show you. And then are we back over here?
I think. Let's give it a try.
Okay.
You go there, and I will put you in, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
So I made another box. I did the 100-day project over on Instagram, but I'm stuck at day 70. But I haven't given up yet. Anyway, I took the mat board and I covered it with washi tape. I have tons and tons of washi tape and I absolutely love it. And this was such an easy way to decorate the box. And it's just to holds my ATCs.
Oh, look at them,
right?
the little babies.
Yeah, so these are my ATCs from this year. But again, I cut the extra piece and I put it on the inside of the box. It just makes it a little bit more solid.
It's more neat too. It just finishes it off really pretty.
But the bottom of mine's not finished.
Oh, yes. Give me a high five, man.
Yeah. So anyway, those are my little boxes. And now you've got this one. And
yes, this is going to be alive. This one is the same box. Wait, let's just. Here's one that is regular size. And this one was something that I made right before my trip. I decided I wanted to bring some index cards with me, actually this way, where this was a little note saying we're traveling backwards in time from the boat. You'd get that and say, you're changing your time zone. So I made little notes for each stop that I had along the way because there was so much to remember. And I made this out of chipboard and then I decorated it with our cutout flowers and then just put all the places where I stopped. But I used this die in a modified way. Very, very easy. And we're going to do a video about that very soon. Okay?
I love that idea.
Well, thank you.
So that's it for the treasure box.
That's the treasure box. Okay. So let's go back to the team. And let's do, oh yeah, Teresita, are you good now? Let's try it again. How's that? Yes, you look good.
Yep.
Okay.
I have two more samples from the treasure box.
Okay.
This one is for this year's iCat. I'm going to be working on it.
That's beautiful.
So it's the box. This is my stencils that I did using gel plate on a black chipboard.
Oh, wow. That stands out.
Very
so
dramatic.
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I love how it looks with the black back.
Yeah, with that
black background.
Very cool.
And then there is this other one that I did.
Pretty.
I added this to the sides to make it look like a little trunk or something.
Yes.
the bottom.
Oh,
It's
huge.
The inside.
Pretty.
And then I use the loom to do this
What?
inner how do you call them? Loom?
A binding.
Binder.
Binding.
Fine.
Sorry
Oh,
about it.
huge.
Then I have mini books inside the
What?
box. So
Oh my, look
there
at
are
how
three.
huge.
I'm thinking they could be like mini albums.
Yes.
And added the things inside,
Oh,
but
that's
it's the
adorable.
work in progress. Then you can write something here.
Right on the label.
Mhm. They all have labels.
So pretty. Now,
for
how
your
many strings of the loom did you use? I'm just curious.
3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That is so adorable. What
Because
a
I just wanted like a detail, like some decorative thing
Yeah.
in there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because this was my first one, so this is a mess.
Oh no, that's not a mess. I mean, it would just be a wider, a wider binding.
Yeah.
Cute.
But I wanted a thinner one, so that's why I did less
Yes,
rows or strings.
that is so pretty.
Yeah, I
Beautiful.
like the look.
That
of
makes me just want to take out my loom right this minute and start weaving. I think I have other stuff I'm supposed to do though.
Yes.
So those are the extra samples that I did.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. Sharon says, wait a minute, where did she go? Love the idea of the narrow binding on the loom. Yes, I really like the scaled down index card. Your makes are amazing, girl. That's Belinda says that. And
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Oh yeah. Okay. Good job. So pretty on the binding. Yes, I agree. Great. Thank you for sharing them, Teresita,
Yeah,
and
you're
for all your
welcome.
samples that are here. Oh, amazing. Okay, now let's go to the next one. If nobody, anyone else? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I see Jenny. Wait,
already.
Jenny.
Sarah too. So
Oh,
both
all
of
right.
them.
Okay, sorry. I took my glasses off. There's Jenny. Jenny Martin. Let us see what you have.
You do have one more sample over there of the treasure box. It's the one that my hubby did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, I was going to show that with the drawers.
You can show that afterwards. What I would say, one quick tip with the drawers, if the drawers are sticking, get out a candle, wax candle, rub it around the edges. It makes them slip in and out more.
Great.
Okay.
Tip.
This is a simple box. Okay. It's actually on my on my blog today. It's got the flowers on top. Beautiful. I feel a fraud after coming after Teresita, I have to say, because hers are amazing, but whatever. So this was decorative paper, but it was a really busy pattern, you can see, and I just covered it in a little bit of white gesso just because it was too busy, and then just added the flowers on the top. But it's got the you taught an elastic binding one time in the shop, so it actually will then, and you're probably going to do that at some point, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do that when I do that, the little one, the scaled down one. Yeah.
So that's it for this. And then you can come back to me when you're doing notebooks.
Okay. All right. Also, I was going to wait and show that box with the drawers that Gary did. He's quite famous,
I know.
What a
like,
family.
whatever.
Good job, Gary. Everybody is amazed at your talent. I said to Hayward, hey, Gary did a box. I think we should do a husband challenge. And he's like, I think he's scared. That's what. You never know. All right, we'll see what we can do. Okay, now anybody else? Sarah Lizzie, did you have a box? Yes? Sarah Lizzie? No? Yes?
Not the box, no, just the earrings.
Okay. How about, Madeline, sorry. Okay, let's go to Madeline. Sorry, Sarah Lizzie, you look so pretty. Okay, there's Madeline.
Okay, I have a couple boxes. Is that okay?
A couple? Let's see.
All right, I'm going to start because I had this die when you first released it the very first time around.
Okay.
So, I do have some that I kept. Well, of course, we weren't doing this back then when these first were released. So,
Okay.
and I didn't get to send you them before you went to the UK and on your trip. So the very first one I did was this one.
Cool.
And I think you saw, I think when you were here, Eileen, I showed this to you. This was my first attempt at the treasure box, and I did use the hinge, I used these for the hinges, and then the bigger pieces for the straps on the side. And then this was just a folded one for
I love that, for like a little pull. Yeah.
yes. And then this was like when I did the cover, when I did the mat board, this metal finish was a mistake, but a pleasant mistake.
Yeah, it
So,
looks good.
It was using the foil sheets,
Oh,
and
wow.
when I adhered them, they didn't come out the way I really wish they would have, and they should have. But I'm very happy with the finish of it because it looks like it's a distressed
It does.
metal box. And then the lining is just fabric that I had put on the other side of the mat board. And this one I just left very simple. I mean, this is a great box for a recipe box, for a shower present, or for family members, or like a cookie exchange or anything.
Oh yeah.
And I used these little folders were from an old Sizzix die back when they were doing the plastic ones that when they first made the little one. And then I have three sections with 12 that hold 12 cards, and these are just the notebook cards.
Oh, cute.
The notebook that holds the files, so you can categorize your files. So that was the very first one I made many years ago.
Wow.
And with everything I made for this release too, my goal was to use different materials to finish them, instead of just paper, which I love. When I do have them with paper, but I like to use various textures and different materials. So this was when the Sizzix texturals came out with the cork.
Cute. Yes.
So this is the same, this was back when, a long time ago too. And again, I used these for the hinges, and then the little straps. And then this was just plain. I didn't do much of anything. So I decided to make this into a little sewing box. So I cut out the sunflower leaves and flower. And then this was a small pin cushion that I had that I covered with felt to put on the top for the sewing box. And then I like Susie and a couple other people showed, I like to line inside. You don't have to use the mat board. You can't, because this is just a heavy cardstock. And I just cut it and trimmed it a little bit and then glued it inside the top and the bottom. So then for the inside of this, I took the needle bookcase and I used the new flowers cut out of felt. So the Thinlit die, it did cut felt, and I decorated it with the little flower die. And then I have a little needle book with different size needles. And then it also has the one of these.
Oh, a little drawer.
And I just stuck, I glued buttons on top, but then the drawer holds a tiny pair of scissors, thread, my needle threader. It could hold a thimble, it could hold whatever you want. And as Jenny mentioned, I was going to mention for these drawers, if they stick, I rub the edges with a candle or wax, or like a sewing wax or whatever, to kind of give it some light. So you can do that.
Good tip, Jenny and Madeline. Okay, yeah.
And then this was just a little tape measure that I used the little flower. I decorated with the little flowers too, cut with felt. They do cut felt fairly easily. You might have to go make a couple passes, but it's still cut, as long as you're using a good felt. So that was my older version of the treasure. The treasure box is great. I've made just bottoms where I have them in where I keep pens, colored pencils, colored pens, marking pens, whatever. And this was just the bottom half that I made a while ago, covered with fabric. It's a white on white fabric and just trimmed. And then it's kind of like Susie did the ATC, but I didn't put a cover on it. And I used the library card, pocket, and the cards to make like little cards for inside. And it holds. This will hold. Gosh, I think I forget how many. I have at least 25 in here. So this will hold a number of cards.
Wow.
So that was just with the bottom, and these were all done
A while ago.
a while ago.
Okay.
So then I took this was done with paper, and
Oh,
this,
that is pretty.
you know,
Oh, wow.
blue paper with the white mat board, and this cover I made the top, and this cover comes off, and I again see how I just lined
Yes.
with
Perfect.
this. I did a little bit different configuration
Oh, cute.
with the little box, you know, that comes out, and then these are the tiny book boxes.
Oh my God.
Tiny
Get
books.
out. No way. You are amazing. That's
So they hold three of the little stacking drawers nicely, but you can configure it with other.
Oh my gosh.
And I wish I could squeeze in another one, but I didn't want to. And
Yeah.
then I think this was the handle from.
Yes. That was from
This
the
is
needle?
on this. It's on one of the dies.
Oh, it was on the that was on that box. The
Yes,
tiny
I
book
think so.
thing.
So I used that as, you know, to
So cute.
so that was, and then I did use the you know, I like
Handle.
I like to add the
edges,
either
the guides.
on the top or the bottom part,
Yeah.
make it easier to
Right.
fit together.
Wow.
But you could use hinges also.
Yeah.
You definitely could use hinges. So then this
Amazing.
was another different covering. I had been shopping and I found chalkboard fabric, because Sizzix does not have that in their texturals.
Fabric.
So I covered the mat board with the chalkboard fabric.
Wow.
And then I took your stencil and I traced the design,
Wow.
the flowers and the leaves, with
Oh my Lord.
the chalk pen to decorate the box.
Cute.
And then this one, same thing. I have the edge. You know, this is a little bit deeper, but I have that, and then it's lined with black paper.
Okay.
So this one does hold 3 books.
Yes. Well, those look sturdy, like big ones.
They are, and then this book is covered with the same chalkboard fabric. But I made 3 small notebook journals for the inside. You could draw on this. I might go back and do some or dashes or whatever, and then you can change it because the chalk pen wipes off.
I have never heard of that stuff.
Yeah. I just came upon it one time when I was at one of the fabric stores in the area. So then this one I made with your stencil, but I embossed it by hand where I did the metal embossing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had taken a class years ago with Magdalene Muldoon.
Me too. Yeah.
And so I did the embossing, on the opposite side. And this is the same material that I've made a couple things out for you with the fused foil.
Yes.
So this is fused foil.
Wow.
So it's just 2 layers of foil with the fusing in the middle. But then I did the embossing of the leaves.
Wow.
It just went around, so it didn't go all the way around.
Beautiful.
And I went back with
alcohol ink,
either alcohol markers or any kind of Sharpie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then just and so it's slightly embossed, but it's done by hand with embossing.
Cool.
And then I did another one. I probably should show these later, but then I don't have to show. I have a couple other books. But this is the same thing where I did I took the foil but embossed it with your lace folder, and I just used alcohol inks and some marking pens, on this to color it.
And did you run it through with the machine, or did you do that by hand too?
No, this is with your 3D embossing folder.
Okay.
After I cut it, I ran it through
with
the embossing folder to give it the texture.
Yeah.
So this box will hold, of course, you show a couple people have done that already, where this holds three notebooks so nicely. You can do anything, but this was fun to do with the
cool.
And then I used, using your stencil, you know, just by tracing it and using a chalk pen.
Neat.
Awesome.
Chalk marker.
Amazing. We're all in shock here.
So those are my makes
Yes.
that I did previously and then just recently with this
Wow.
treasure box die. It's a great one. It's a great one for storing anything, making storage for anything. So
You like that one.
that's my contribution for that.
All right. Oh, wow. All right, Madeline. It's going to be hard to
Oh, I don't know. I'm seeing amazing. I mean, there's a ton of amazing ideas.
Well, that's true.
People are going to go crazy. I mean, they really should. This is a die worth having. And
Yeah.
you know, I thought that the first time around.
Yeah.
Now that it's re-released, get it when you can, while you can, because it probably will be re-released again.
That's true. Yeah, that is probably true.
Take advantage of it, folks.
All right. Good advice, Madeline.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else? I think we did everybody here. Okay, let's go on to demo our drawer. Okay, so I've got a piece of mat board. I think I have it ready here. So here's the die. This is called the stacking drawer. And this is the one that you've seen. You can fit 3 of these inside. And now we have that good tip about making sure that you get a little piece of wax or soap and lay that on there. Or if you have any trouble. Here I've got a piece of mat board. I just thought, let me show you quickly how I like to cover mat board with paper. So I've got a double-sided adhesive here. I'm just going to lay that down on here on one end. Here it is. This is what I use. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff. So we have that in the Etsy store if anybody wants it. It's really handy because all one sheet, boom, you don't have to put tape on or just all there. And it really sticks because I'm going to use some 49 Market paper. And I picked this because, it's kind of non-directional. And so that way, however it lands up is good. If you do this, you have to slowly bring it up because it is very sticky. Okay. Oh, did it again. That's all right. Oh, my Lord. All right. Close enough. Let's hope that works. Okay, try to get it better. But what I'm going to do is, because you always want to place your pretty side facing the die, all right, I'm going to look here. And this is the box shape, like the base of it. This is the slider. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. This long piece here, just going to fold that up. That'll be the outer shell. And this piece here is the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this around and make sure that you cover the area that you want to cut. You're going to take 2 cutting pads, one on the top, one on the bottom. You will need the extended cutting pad. You can't get away. Some of them you can get away with just using your standard ones. This one you do need to have your extended cutting pads because it's a long pieces. Okay. So now it all cuts in one pass. And thank you, Susie. This is amazing. All right. Now, one thing that I do, this is a new die, but sometimes you can see this little piece here will stick. So I like to take a piece of foam and just put that right on top to make it pop out a little bit easier. So here are the pieces that we have. And I'm just going to fold these up. This goes together so fast. And you can make all kinds of combinations of these. All right, you kind of have to fiddle with which one gets your... I'm going to use adhesive here. Just do a little bit of glue. And now my slider is done. I'm talking like that because I have a pin in my mouth. Okay. So you just want to make sure that sits flat. And you can hold that together if you want for a minute. And then we're just going to make our little the box base. I don't know what you want to call it. We're going to bend over on all of the score lines, applying even pressure. Okay, now this one is a little bit tricky in that usually I put my adhesive out here. On this one, I'm going to put it on the inside, and we're going to do the same thing. This is like, see, I could be a brain surgeon, don't you think? If Susie were my assistant, you're going to tell me where to put the brains?
Nope. Nope.
I don't think I have it.
We would end up doing lobotomies. It would be really, really bad.
It would be a problem. Okay, the reason I did that is because, like a couple people have said, it's tight. And I wanted it that way because I don't want the drawers just falling out. So I want there to be a little tension. But if you put your bottom of the drawer inside, it's a little bit easier to close it, okay? So now we're just going to need a little bit of tape here. Thank you. A scalpel.
I thought you might use a tape and glue for that, but yeah.
I could have, but I don't know. I had used it for all of the rest, so. This is great. Could you come and live here all the time?
No.
Okay, didn't come off. All right, we're doing good with time, guys. I'm kind of happy. All right, so now we're gonna put this box together here just by matching that up. Okay, and now we've got this here. So let's just unstick one end of this. Don't poke yourself. I did that when I was on Hobby Maker. And
was there blood
bleeding?
Oh my god!
And saying, "What is that brown stuff on my project?" And then apparently in the UK they don't call them band-aids; they call them plasters. So they're like, "Do you need a plaster?" And they were coming looking for the first aid kit. So I was bleeding on my project. That was fun. All right, so now I'm going to just kind of close that into a shape. Hopefully is, now I might have gone a little bit far in here. So we might have to readjust that. All right, let's, oh, you know what happened? The paper.
Yeah.
So let's peel that off and just try again. Let's use glue this time. All right. So the die will tell you
if you have it right.
If you have it right or wrong. Okay. We still have our adhesive in there. So I'm going to make this pretty side.
The inside of the drawer.
The inside, and that looks nice. And then I'm going to add a clip here, and we'll let that dry. Okay. Now that's going to fit. Oh, and you have to really, what I do is just kind of press it down like that. It's easier to get the pressure. Oh yeah. Okay. That's much better when you have the tools. All right. So you can see that this is done, and that will just fit right in there. But see, it is
candle wax. We need to try that.
Get the candle wax, and I'm sure I have some right nearby. But there you go, this cute little drawer, and you can decorate this in all different ways. You can put whatever you want in here. It's really adorable. And like we said, you can fit these inside. And let's go with Jenny's husband Gary's project. This is the treasure box on the outside, just cut down a little bit. I think, is it cut down, do you think? That one is cut down also. Where's the treasure box? Oh, the regular. Oh, I just want to see if it's the same. Yeah. Yep, that's the same Same size. Okay, so this,
Do you want to know the trick, Eileen?
yes, tell me the truth.
So the trick is he put the lid inside.
He put the what?
He put the lid of the treasure box inside the treasure box, cut it down slightly.
To bump
And
it.
when he put the drawers in, they scoot out a little.
Yes, got it. Okay, cool. That was genius. All right, now why are his smoothing going smoothly?
Because she waxed
added
them.
the candle wax, but
She waxed
it's
them.
on the outside though, right? Is that
Yeah.
paper? That looks a little thinner. He did an amazing job. Is he an engineer or what? Look at this. Look at that. What is this?
No, he's just retired.
Whatever, it's cool. I mean, this got so much attention on my trip. Everybody was, I mean, what a great thing for Father's Day. Wouldn't that be fun to make?
Yes.
And, you know, screws or just little doodads or, you know, change you could put in here, leave it on your dresser. I love that.
Money.
So, yeah, see how, yeah, that's the lid. Okay, genius. Tell him again. We love it. Okay, so this is the treasure box and the stacking drawers. Now we have, that was version man, version girl, woman. So this is from Tanya. And I'm looking, Tanya, where's your pom-poms? You're trying to mess with us. Look at this pretty. Now, is this chipboard? This feels a little thinner, and that looks nice, doesn't it? Pretty papers. Now, you could also put a stopper on the back if you wanted to, you know, keep them all together, or just to finish off the back, but it's pretty like that, too. And what else do we have? This one is from Maggie, and hers goes with the book that she made, or the book and the box.
Right.
So she's got a matching set. I mean, you gotta say that graphic 45 paper is like made for this. You know, it's always so coordinated, flowers, everything. Now this one is the treasure box bottom. I did chop it down a little bit because I wanted to add the drawers to the sewing box. So that's what these are. And then I used a folder just with paper, and this is a watercolor I did, and just cut these to the size. And then I made buttons from another die and used them for little holes. And this is luster wax. So that's a fun one too. And that's luster wax. That's so cool. Well, that was a fun one to do. This is from Pam Bray, and this matches her set, which we're going to look at in a minute. But here's a single one. And look at, if you just add a little bit of hardware and these flowers, I love how she speckled them.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that? I always try it with a toothbrush. I can never get it to look like that. But beautiful. And look at what it goes with. Oh, Pam. Look at this. Now hers are sliding nicely too.
Did she use paper?
Well, a little bit of paper. Did she put, no, she put it inside though. Anyway, beautiful. This would be such a great storage for anything. Yeah, and this is the card caddy she used around here to kind of contain everything. I love this. So there's drawers on each side, this side and over here. So she backed them, and the width of it was just, you know, a little bit smaller than this, but this is nice because it gives a nice base. So this is genius. That's her, the sunflower die, and just that paper is just beautiful. Good job, Pam. Love it. Okay. All right. Now, any questions? Let me go over here and see what's happening. Let me just say hi for a minute. Hey, Glum, how are you? Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Mayora. Tanya, are you okay? Where's your pom-poms, Tanya? We're getting worried. Are you going to a new medium? So many talented people. Pam, the overachiever. Okay, well, look who's talking, Missy. All right, so are we ready for
whatever? Did
notebook?
anybody, the notebooks, and then Jenny said we could go back to her when her.
Oh, okay. Jenny.
Elizabeth's too, I have.
Oh, okay. Do you guys want to go now, Jenny and Elizabeth? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna go to Elizabeth. Do you have anything? You showed us the notebooks. Okay, Jenny? How about you? Yeah, okay, sorry.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So I've already sent you the pansy notebook, but I've done a different notebook. So
It's cute.
Oh, wow.
So that's
Oh,
your flowers,
cool.
but it's watercolored, and then it's got glossy accents on the top.
Wow.
And then it's all stenciled.
Oh,
Sorry, the light's not brilliant. Apologies.
that's okay. Yeah, you can see
Oh,
that's
it's
dimensional. Yeah.
And then it's got matching pages inside as
Oh,
well.
so pretty.
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm going to do a tutorial for this, for how on earth I made the flowers. Let me turn it on its side.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
dimensional.
That's-
It looks like,
That's cool.
I don't know, like
Enameled,
glossy.
like enameling.
Yeah, really cool.
Super easy to do. Uses your stencil. I'm actually, while we're sat, I'm twiddling away doing another one.
Oh,
But super easy to do. But I will have a tutorial for this
Okay.
one. I think this is going live next month because we're looking at the stencils next month, I believe.
yes. Okay.
The notebook is super, super easy, really
Yes.
easy. I know this is a notebook. Just a quick one for people who are doing notebooks. So this is your basic notebook cut. But when I do my pages, I know people are always, well, it's great, but what do I do for pages inside? And I know you've already shown that you can cut the pages using the die.
Right.
So you just fold it in half and run it through. Don't forget, you can use wallpaper. So this is just some wallpaper that I've got. So you can cut out of those. What you also don't need to be limited by is the size of your notebook. So if your pages are slightly bigger, that's cool. It's always good to have different size pages inside. So don't panic about that. Hence the reason why I also have little pages that go inside as well. That's when they layer together. You can kind of see how they overlap, and you can get a glimpse of what's going on behind. You can also postcards. There are postcards that you just fold in half, and then you've got pages out of. And the same with, and this is going somewhere, don't worry. This is envelopes, so you can do the same thing. Okay. And I have done a tutorial for this month. So here's the inside of one of the envelopes. And that's actually stitched.
Oh,
amazing. That's
stitched.
Does that look complicated to do?
Possibly.
Really easy, and it's a scrap buster. It's so easy to do. But again, I'll do the tutorial for that. So you've just got your envelope, and it's just got a bit of paint on the back, but it's super easy to do using yours.
Oh my Lord.
So that will go into a notebook.
Okay.
Along with, you just start collecting your random bits and pieces in your scraps and stuff, and just make pages of different sizes. So that's me.
Love it.
Did you want to show these?
All right. Yeah. Let me yes, let me show. Well, okay. Let's go down to the camera, and we have a couple from Jenny that we want to show, which are, and this is the pansy one that she was talking about, which I love. So I know what your flower is, Jenny. Pansy. Look at this, hand painted. They feel like fabric to me. They're matte. What kind of paint is that? Paper Artsy?
It's Paper Artsy paint, but I did it on cotton watercolor paper.
Okay. Yeah, it's beautiful. And look at these pages, guys. The lace. So pretty. I mean, I just wouldn't want, you know what though? This, I maybe would stick something in. I don't know if I would write on it because it's just so pretty. But you could stick something on here and not, like temporarily. Just
No,
in
no,
case
it
you
would be
missed
great because she's washed it so
I
that
know,
everything
but-
fades into the
I
background.
know,
so
but
it's
it's so
gorgeous.
pretty, and she stitched it all in.
And I love the way you bordered
yes,
the,
that's really
with
cool.
the leaves.
Yeah. Oh,
That was the idea, just so that you could go ahead and stick your photos in.
yes.
Along the way, you know, your stacks or whatever it is people take these days.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Ah, amazing. All right, here's one from last time, which is a beautiful collage. Is that a real flower? It almost feels, but no,
leaf?
it's too substantial. But
It's
I mean,
it's not. It's craft cards, but I painted it. That one went into. I don't know whether you remember Craft Stamper, the magazine.
Oh yeah, yes.
In there, it's just basic tea stained paper, but yeah,
Beautiful. But you bound it as a book.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is amazing. All right, now here's a couple more. This is Elizabeth's, and she used the card caddy and made a book out of it by just not adding the sides. So this is a great example of how to use your dies in different ways. And she doodled these. That makes that spine so pretty. Wouldn't that look nice on a shelf? You just look at it and see. And the little, yeah, this is bumpy.
How did you get that texture, Elizabeth? Is your mic on?
It's texture paste through directly onto the mat board, but it's texture paste through the lattice. And then once it had dried, I just rubbed an ink tent block over it, a couple of different directions.
Wow.
And then kept spritzing water. But the paper on the inside of the cover was paper that I cleaned the stencil off onto a piece of paper at the side of me. And then when it was dry, I just went on and stenciled the leaves, and it just looks a bit like handmade paper.
So pretty. It does. This is really, and those colors are beautiful.
But I just thought it would be a bit different to decide to decorate the spine instead of the front.
Yeah.
Just for a change.
Yeah. Well, and you can have this here too. So pretty. All right, here's a couple more. Now these are getting into felt. So Madeline, now this is Lisa's. She has a little tag. Look at this, guys. The stitching on here is just unbelievable. And look at the details here.
And those are your flower dies.
Yes, those are the flower dies from
pocket,
the envelope and folder. And
yeah.
And she made, look at this, a little crocheted closure here. I bet she made that. Give me a break. But look at how cute. Sorry. All right, I'm not in a good, I need to have a little outline here. Look at how pretty that is. I love that.
So vintage.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
It's just so Lisa.
Yes.
Beautiful.
She can do anything, though.
She can. Well, all of you guys can. Here's one from Jenny Atkinson. Also felt. Pretty little embossing or stitches in here. And she made a little sewing kit. Oh, that's cute how she got the tag on it. Sorry. Oh, that's so cute. This is a good size for anything, really. Okay, here's one from Teresita. Now, Teresita, are you here with us? Tell us about it. It's denim, I'm getting. And then like stitching.
Do you have her?
Yeah, she should be. Teresita, if you could unmute, are you there? Look at this. It's like she made her own washi tape.
I'm here.
There she is. So tell us how you did this.
Okay, that's some denim fabric, and then I cut a lot pieces of ribbons and laces and everything else. So then I stitched them all together. And after I did that, then I went and used the die to cut the whole thing.
Man. So it was free motion stitching to layer all of that together, and then you die cut it.
I like this.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is quite a big of a piece of fabric, though. I have extra for other projects, but I just did the whole thing first and then use the die cut to cut the book.
So cool. Look at that, guys. Love it. Okay, this is from Pam Bray. And this is cool too. I like how she did the little closure and used all her pieces. And she made like a little shadow box, which is so cute. This was at my, let's see, my daughter Pam's son Trevor's 5th birthday. He was off on a trampoline somewhere. That's my son Chris. That's Marianne, the youngest. That's Clara, who just turned 2, and Galen and Dan are married, and she's my nurse. So when I'm old, I'm counting on her. Okay, and this Pam embossed with the lace folder. So I'm guessing she did paper first and then glued it onto the mat board. It is so pretty. So pretty. And what a nice memory. You could do anything. I think a little baby, you know, birth of a baby with like little footprint or something inside, or a photo of the baby and little photo album or something, or wedding. It's so cute. Okay, this is from Tanya. So perfect. Now, I know that there's some story about this, Tanya, but I'm not sure what it is. She seemed to be having issues with it. I think it came out really cute. So I like how she made kind of a window out of the lattice there.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
If she says anything, I'll
All right, let us
mention it
know.
to you.
I think it's really pretty. I like the binding too. Okay, this is from Sarah Lizzie. Also very cool how she doodled the flowers and then added extra layers on top. And look at that little tassel, so cute.
Well, Tanya
That's
did
adorable.
pop in and say there's a story about it, and then she just says,
Yeah, what's the story?
she says train wreck. So
Inquiring minds want to know. All right, this is from Lisa. Another really cool. I feel like she maybe gel printed it. What do you think? Gel printing?
yeah, probably in the background, and then this looks like it's embossed.
Yeah, because it's a little bumpy,
Yeah.
and then the flowers on
And who
top.
did
But
this one?
Lisa.
Oh, that's really nice.
What I like is how she did the books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Because I was showing somebody, and I can't get my fingers in there. Okay, how it like, you
Yeah.
know, it just keeps going to the next one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that. So amazing. This is from Amy Powers. Look at this, how they're kind of dreamy. Look at how shimmery that is. Can you guys see that? Move it? Can't tell. But it's like maybe, what's that stuff that you put on? Glimmer or
Yeah,
like
like shimmer or something.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if
Look
it
at
shows
how
up, but there's
pretty.
just a little bit
yeah,
of,
it's just, and then that pretty little glitter in the middle. And then these nice little books. Look at that with the little velvet bow. Adorable. So the fun thing about this die, if you don't want to make them, but I'm going to show you how I do in a minute. But if you don't want to make them, you can buy these like at Dollar Tree or Target or Walmart, and then just cover them. And it's at the Dollar Tree, it's 3 for $1.25. You know, so, and this is a cool closure. I like how she did this over. She did her elastic here and then brought it around to the back, because I'm always thinking, how are you going to do a closure and not cover the front that you spent all the time decorating? So love it. Okay, this is one from Sue Eldred. Really cute, and she likes to use her papers, and I like the binding on this. She did kind of a cool accordion binding. So really pretty. Sorry, that magic hand's behind me. Okay, now this one was kind of an experiment. I did this on leather, and I painted these flowers, and then I did speckle it, and I kind of do like it. I left it alone. I haven't looked at it in a month.
I like it.
I stitched it in, and these are some coffee dyed papers. Susie, remember that time we did our little coffee dyeing session? And these are some folders. I just made some little notebooks. Washi tape, that's fabric washi tape from $49 Market. These are some of those paper clips that I did. And just fun little things. Oh, there's a picture. That's from Creative World a couple of years ago. So just fun things. And it's kind of floppy, which is what I didn't like. But when I added the structure of the books, there's okay. Yeah. Well, it curls in a little, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's leather. This? What's this? You get in there. What?
So earlier I showed you the treasure box that I made with washi, and so this is one that I made, a notebook that I made with washi, but I cut it down because you see the size difference. I just die cut it and then I hacked part of it off. I did end up rounding the corners manually, but I did it because I wanted to fit my ATCs inside. And so this is another ATC that I did with the tablecloth in the background. And so and you guys have seen those. And then there's another one. This is the plaid effect with the hearts. I just love that set of hearts with that die. Oh, this is from Inky Stamper, Chelsea. Chelsea Comer.
Oh, yes.
And it's perfect. And it goes with the little flower. Isn't that darling?
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yes.
I love that. And this is I like to put pictures on my ATCs. And then I can end up putting them on scrapbook pages. But we did the bluebells, Virginia bluebells, my daughter and I, and Eileen's flowers. I just did one in the same color as the flowers. But I like the idea that you can cut these down if there's a specific size that you want them to be, and it's super easy.
I love that. So cool.
So that's that, unless you're ready for cards and things. Is there anybody else needs
I just want to show a little trick with the notebook die that I figured out. Okay.
Are you going to cut one?
This up. Well, I'm going to cut a book. I want to show you how to do a book because last night I was doing what I was just messing around.
Do you have a notebook? Okay.
Yes, I have the notebook over here. Yeah, so I was playing around. I made some stamps out of my die. I die cut it out of foam, and we'll do a video about it. But I wanted to show how to make these cute little notebooks the best way that I figured out. I stitched these on my machine, just ran them, cut my pages, and then ran a very not straight seam down the middle. You could sew them, but by hand. But what I wanted to show you was how I did this. Okay, so how I did the cover was, here's the die, and it is so simple to use because you run it through in one pass. I mean, it can't be any simpler. Now I would do my mat board cover, and then I would take my Sizzix cardstock, and this is what I use. I folded it in half and half again. And this is how I make the covers for my little notebooks. So I'm just going to fold that in quarters. And then I'm going to take it and place it on my die as long as I put it anywhere before this score line. If I put it by the score line, on top of it or over it, it's going to cut it. So then we're just going to run this through. Can't get a grip because I have wheel other way. I have wheels on my cart here, so it's moving along. But the other trick I wanted to show you was how, oh wait a minute, it didn't go all the way. Let's move it down and do it again. Okay, so let me show you what happened here. My bottom plate was not covering the end, so I'm going to just keep it in position, and I'm going to run it through again. And that should do it, hopefully. All right, well, Susie's going to do it. In the meantime, let me show you how we're going to cut pages for this. Okay, there we go. Good as new. All right, we've got our two little covers. Thank you. All right, and I am just using regular copy paper here. So now we have two little book covers. And now this is how I do my pages. The same thing. I take copy paper and fold them into quarters. And then I do that again, and I lay them inside each other. The reason that I do that, it's like I'm trying to get the perfect little notebook. This just comes out exactly how I want it. You know how sometimes you get the fan folding, you know, it's just too,
Yes.
it's not straight like an even cut. Give me a boost here. I should have used my shorter plate. I have it somewhere. All right, so this is going to give me a nice little signature, and I would cut 2 of these to put inside a notebook. But let me show you how they come out. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have 8 pages here, okay? And you're going to have 1 cover. Now, I cut it a little bit shorter because when it goes inside the book, I don't want it to stick out, okay? So what I did was, actually I need that machine again, because this is another little trick. Once I had run it through and sewn it, I didn't leave any like that, but this page wanted to open. So what I figured out was, once I sew it, I'm gonna take my machine, we're gonna have like a little book press, and you just put this in here, and you can't tell because it's not really popping open right now, but you just roll it through and it's going to press it down, and you get this like perfect little flat notebook. So I just wanted to pass that around to you guys. Oh wait, I lost my pages. They slid out because I hadn't stitched them in, but they lay nice and flat, and you've got this perfect little book. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share in this video because I don't think I showed that before. Okay, so let's go through and take a look at some of the other projects here.
Did anybody else have anything?
I was just gonna. Does anybody else have anything there? Oh, Madeline, go ahead, Madeline, and then we can set up in the meantime. So that's good. Let's see what Madeline's got.
I do. I think Sarah Lizzie might have something too. Real quick, the one project that I made with the little stacking drawers.
Yeah.
I had been working on it, and then I saw Pam's project, and so mine's kind of similar, but it's a little different. So
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It basically ends up the same, because it has 8 drawers. It's got 4 drawers on each side.
Wow.
So, and I painted my inserts. When I made the box with the round, the thing that goes around, I actually painted the mat board, which was fine. And then the little drawers, the drawers are painted also, but then the fronts are the foil that I've been playing with, that are embossed with your lace 3D embossing folder. But this one, and of course, then there's flowers on top.
Of course.
This opens up.
What? Oh my!
And then you can
Look at that.
You can put it on your shelf, or you can put it on your desk, and you can close it up. I have a little hinge. I have a hinge side just with. Actually, it's muslin, I believe. I interfaced with fusible to make the hinge, and then it's closed on this side with a little Velcro dot.
Look at that.
But and then I I made the boxes, put them together, glued them together, and then I just took mat board and covered. Well, they're half the size.
Well, the ends. Okay, the
and
back.
Then I just put, and this is just paper on the back. I did not put a mat board backing on the back, but I used the paper. And, oops, all my drawers fell out, and that's because I waxed them.
Okay.
But then the top is decorated with several of your flowers, Eileen.
Beautiful.
Old and new, and then some other Sizzix dye flowers.
My Lord.
But so that makes a cute little storage, for small things like your little hinges for things, your knobs for these little drawers, paper clips for making paper clip, the paper clip things.
Even some of the little die cuts that you have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can put them on little pieces of magnets, magnet strips or whatever, and put them in there so they don't get lost. And then I only have 2 other. This was an original back when the notebook first came out. This is out of felt also.
Okay.
You know, it's just like a little wallet that you can
Yes.
put papers or stuff in. So, you know, and then use some of your dyes, you know, for
Oh, yeah.
decorating. And then the front was just
Yeah.
French knots with my initial, and then some flowers and leaves. Just
so cute.
simply sewn on. I mean, I do embroider, but I'm not crazy about embroidery, so I don't do a lot of fancy stitching like a lot of people do. So then
You do a lot of other stuff.
the other one I did with flower, the new flower stencil and die set, the thinlet side. This is, again, try to use materials that, you know, we normally wouldn't use. So I made this book out of a not a super heavy interfacing, but one, you know, interfacing that's got some body to it, but it's still flexible.
Wow.
So then I painted it with I first painted that with kind of white metallic paint, and it's not completely painted all over. Then I took the lattice one, and I put it on top of that because you can see a little bit of glimmer.
Yeah.
Then I used the lattice stencil to do the design, but that was just with stencil paste, you know.
Wow. So it covered the.
Yeah. So I did it to almost the front because it's like about the lattice comes to about here, and then I die cut the flowers out of heavy watercolor paper and some interfacing, then painted them with this white metallic paint that I have to give them a little bit of a glimmer, because I really like the white on white look.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, the leaves and the flowers, and then just glued them on it randomly, and they're thick enough that they have some, you can shape them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just look at that and I think wedding.
Yes, exactly. And my book, like I did my inside pages, like for the other ones I did in this one, by using, like you did, I cut them the same way and everything, and then inserted them, and then I ended up, and then I just have one of the little strips from one of the dies.
Oh yeah.
And it's out of canvas. It's not out of any. And it's just attached with Velcro to kind of keep closure
inside. Yeah, that's nice.
So simple, but you know, using materials that, other than mat board and paper or whatever, which is great. I mean, they're wonderful. They're you know, the designs on them are fantastic these days. But you can think about what you got on hand. You know, if you got fabric, do it with fabric, and you can stitch around it too.
Yeah.
Just interface it with some heavyweight interfacing, and you can do something like this.
Yeah, I mean, and you gotta love the steel rule dies that will allow you to cut everything. Yeah,
exactly. That's why, you know, I know they're expensive, but they're well worth it if you want to make things for, you know, to give away as gifts or whatever. It's worth it to have them on hand, you know. To have them. So that's
amazing.
And we're out.
Yeah. Glum says that Joanne Fabrics is having or about to have one of their 50% off sales on Pellon interfacing. So need to go and check that stuff out. You know,
I mean, I haven't commented to anything right now because I'm having issues with things, so I don't want to comment. I'll go through later. And yes, I mean, I'll try to give some tips about what what you can, when you go to the store, what you want to look for.
Yeah, great.
You know, there's so much you can use.
Yeah.
You know, and especially the fusible stuff. You know, it goes further. The double-sided adhesive is wonderful, but you know, if you've got issues with wanting to spend too much, you can do the same thing with a lot of the fusibles.
Yeah, so, I know you love that stuff.
Yeah. So
cool.
That's my 2 cents.
All right. Thank you, Madeline.
Okay.
All right. Let's go on to, we're doing okay on time, guys, but we have 15 minutes, but let's see what happens. Okay. First, I wanted to show you, these are the new products, and maybe we should have done them first, but I really feel like you need to have the base first so you have somewhere to put this stuff. So let's just talk for a minute about these products. Okay, this is the stencil. It's a 4-layer stencil, and we have that loaded up. Oh, Debbie just happens to have it ready to go. All right, and I just thought, let me show you how this came about. This was a watercolor that I did a while ago. It's nothing spectacular, but I liked it. And at the time, I was on a deadline and needed a stencil idea. So we went ahead and did this, which, you know, it's a little bigger. This we had to scale down. But that's basically how this came about. If you look at, you know, that clump of 4 leaves. So this is what it looked like. Here it is now. So it's easy to just whip it out without having to paint or worry about where they go. You know, everything actually having to like do a watercolor. I like it myself. So this is the Sizzix Stampin' Stencil tool, which I use because it lines everything up perfectly for you. So when you get the stencil, it says up here, and I don't know if you can see it, but when you can feel it. So this says stencil number 1. So this is the lattice that everyone was talking about. The next layer is the flower. Now these, I did add a little bit of stencil adhesive to the back, so they're kind of sticking together. This is the second layer, that's the flowers. All right, so let's, then this is the third, this is the leaves and the centers of the flowers. And then this is all the little details that kind of fill in these spots here, the leaves and the where you want to shade, okay? So they all line up, and so what you're gonna do is take your paper and you lay it down on your mat, and this comes with a sticky grid. This is what I was talking about before, where you could stick your thing if you want to make a nice square, stick it on here and it will stay. This is some nice watercolor paper that I got. Actually, no, this is the Sizzix white cardstock, which I love. So I just took some inks, and I use Catherine Pooler. You can use whatever you have. And you just lay down your first one. I'm not going to do it because it does take a while, and we'll be doing some more videos. But you basically, what I just went around the edges here just to give kind of a frame to my flowers. So you take that one off, and then, you know, you take your next layer, lay it down. And because it's in this little guide here, they do have an adapter which you can buy and you can put on top of your stencils if you have them, if they don't you know, match up. Oh, well, this is not exactly where, but you know, you get the idea. Now this is where you'd go and do that layer, and so each one just goes on top of the next one. Yeah, that's okay. But you can see how that fits in there, and it just makes it so easy to do. So I'm really pretty excited about these, and I've got some more stencils in the works. Now that's the stencil. You guys know how lazy I am. I do not want to fussy cut, so I have trying to find my die. Oh, here it is. I thought I'm going to make a die that will just cut this. So what you do is you stencil it like that, and then you're just going to line this up and cut, and you get perfectly cut flowers. You know, that whole piece here is, now it's a little tricky to find out where it goes on whatever orientation. So yeah, there we go, like that. Okay, so you would just run this through like you would any Thinlit, and that's going to cut all your pieces for you. Then you have all these pretty little flowers. And what I was thinking would be fun too is you could cut, you know, stencil one thing, because it does take a little time if you want to add different colored flowers each time. So if you wanted to make a bouquet of these, you could do one in this color, one in pink, one in yellow, and then fit them into the place where they go to make like a different kind of design and layout, like kind of like this. This is what I did. I stenciled it one time, and then I glued on another layer so you could do the different colors on here, just to give it a little dimension in 3D. Now there are other pieces that go to this die, which are right here, and you can use these for filler. They also will emboss. If you look on here, you can see that they have nice little embossing. So here are some leaf centers, here's some smaller flowers, larger flowers, and leaves that will also go with it. So you get 10 pieces in the set. So if there is a deal on this, if you want to get it, they do stand alone, but they do also work really nicely together. So these are, I think, $47 for both, but you get $5 off right now. So if you want to get both of them, go ahead and do that. Debbie is here to pack them up.
That's right.
So this is how it works. And we have some samples to show you. And we'll be doing a lot more videos on how to use these and how to, you know, work with stencils if you haven't done it before. They're so easy. Okay, let's show some samples. This one is from Susie, and I think she showed you her little book that had the photos in it, and it's the same kind of color palette, which I think is beautiful with these bluebells. And actually, we saw some in Amsterdam.
Oh, did
I
you?
took pictures for you, yeah. But this is beautiful, and she took that arrangement. Tell us how you did that, Susie.
I don't know. I put it in the stamp platform, and I had a long sheet, and I did one set, and then I flipped it over and I did the other set.
Okay.
So it created one large piece, and I kind of shifted it around a little bit because you'll see once you start playing with it, that you can line it up differently. Anyway, we'll do a live. I'll do a live about that. And then I just did a little. I love her library pocket and ATC card. You guys know. So and it's real easy to cut out the little pieces that go with it. So anyway, we'll do a thing to show how to do that.
Sounds good.
But I love playing with the ink colors and everything and blending.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every one could be a million colors.
Okay.
Yeah. Show your cards.
Okay, I did some cards. This one's just stenciled. This is actually a strip that I cut from one of your
folder.
embossing folders. So,
Cute.
So just real simple. I'm a simple clean and simple kind of girl. This one just uses the lattice and one little
cute.
Let's see, and one little flower. Yeah. And then this one, I went absolutely crazy.
Did.
I cut all kinds of flowers.
Lord.
I mixed colors. It was nutty. I don't know what I was thinking that day. Out of this world.
Too much work.
And it's real simple. It's just stenciled in the background. I put the sentiment here, and I added one little cutout one on the top. It's so easy to work with them.
It looks like a wreath. You know, if you left that one out, that'd be just a cute little wreath.
Yeah, but that was just stenciling what you had, and then I decided where I wanted to put the sentiment.
Yep.
So I just stenciled it as it was. I put this on, and I cut one.
I love that.
So
cards
ideas. Are easy peasy cards, and
all right.
A couple others here for you.
Yes,
share.
let's see. Okay, this one is from Pam Bray, and she did the speckling, which I just think that adds so much, and nice layered card here. Oh, yeah, with the lattice.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like a little bit of leaf around here, or the white, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
Cool. This is from Jenny Atkinson, sorry. And she did some texture paste with crackle and
lovely background.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And there's a light lattice stenciled behind that.
I didn't even see that.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Yes. Beautiful. These are just some other ideas of things that you can do. So this one, I stenciled it on watercolor paper, and I was trying to go for like a watercolor look, and then I didn't quite get what I wanted, but I thought I'm just going to cut that out of and use the faux postage die, and I can tear these off, and maybe I'll write a little number or stamp something like 2 cents or $2 or like a postmark, and use these for faux postage.
That's beautiful.
I just think that came out really cool. This one was another one that I was messing around with. Again, playing with the watercolor idea. I think what I did was I set the stencil down and then just took a, a water brush and just went in and kind of dabbed it around, and I kind of like how that came out.
Yeah.
This one, I was playing with glitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. This one, I did a background of pink, and I cut the flowers out, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to put some double-sided adhesive on the back. So I peeled off one at a time the colors and did, sprinkle the glitter on. Then I peeled off the green.
Yeah.
The green really pops.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice card.
Yeah.
This one was, I was teaching at Art from the Heart, and somebody said, oh, this could be really cool. So what she did was she took, how did she do it? She took the stencil and she put ink on the
Stencil.
the negative or the positive side stencil, and then she just laid it down on the mat board.
Did she mist it with water at all?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think she did. Yeah, and it was distress ink, and I just loved how that came out.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's a great background. Here is a little pouch that I got at Hobby Lobby. I believe I was with Debbie at the time. So I did one with just the flowers, and I did one with just a little bit of inking around, or not inking, a pen right around the edge. I think that pops a little bit, so that was kind of fun. Okay, 158. All right. I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it
Did
for
we
our
do
samples.
all of
Yeah,
them?
we
Oh
did.
my God,
Yeah.
we did it, guys. Wait a minute. Let's go to this here. Teamwork. Thank you, guys.
Eileen, Sarah Lizzie.
Oh, Sarah Lizzie, where is she? Wait a minute. Where did Sarah Lizzie go? I don't see her in the. Did she have something? I have to go to my
We
job.
looked for her.
I don't see her, Jenny. She's not in the.
She's not in the.
Did she have
lobby.
something to show?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh no. Maybe she had to go. I don't know. Sorry about that. It's hard to see everything here.
We can maybe. Maybe she'll come on when you have a live. and share.
Yeah. Somebody had asked something about showing. Can you show the dies again at the end?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, they're all right here. Okay, so this we just did, Michelle. This is the, what's the name of it?
Laurel and ladder.
My eyes. This is Painterly Blooms and Background. These are the die cuts. And this is watercolor flowers and lattice, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So these work together, but they work apart too. This is the notebook. This will fit 3 into the treasure box. This is the stacking drawers. And these will fit 3 also in the treasure box, or great by themselves for a nice little gift box. And here is the big mama of it all. And this is the treasure box, which holds all of the other stuff.
Says Sarah.
So-
Leslie said that Sarah's out collecting eggs. I don't know if she actually knows that,
Okay,
or she's just making
might
that
be.
up.
I was there, guys.
She
It
might
is
be
such
cuddling.
a cool farm. And those chickens are so friendly. She's got a ton of them. It was fun to see. There are
Well, we're
some
sorry we
fantastic
missed you,
ideas.
Sarah Lizzie.
Yes. Okay. Again, if you need anything, I have listed all of the dies separately because I know that some people said, well, I bought one of them last time, but I don't have the others. So they're all listed separately, or the 2 bundles in the Etsy store if you need to have them. And make sure to come back this month, because in July I'm going to be traveling, but in June I want to do a bunch of tutorials and videos on how to use these and share some tips that I found along the way. Okay, guys, any questions or anything? Don't forget to enter the giveaway. So you have your stencil flower dies in your Etsy shop. Yes, I do, Christy. I should have them in there. Debbie, I think, checked. Okay. And what else? Thank you, Glum, for listing them. Oh, thanks for popping in, Jenny. I'm sorry I haven't been watching because, I'm still recovering from that trip, guys. It was great, but we did a lot of stops. So next time, hopefully we will have YouTube hooked back up, and this will be posted to YouTube. So if you want to get in on the giveaway, make sure you do that. Thanks to everybody over on Instagram. Sorry that I could not answer any questions over there, but I'm gonna do. New comments, let's see. You're welcome, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Isabel, you're an amazing team. Thank you. Your makes were all amazing. They are. They are. Thank you, team. You rock. And thanks, guys, for hanging in there for 2 hours. But, man, I got to say, this is the quickest one we've done in quite a while. And that was with 5 products, too. So how do you get in on the giveaway? Good idea. What you're going to do, okay, if you are on this live here on Facebook, which everybody is, what you're going to do is in the comments here somewhere, you can post your favorite 5-petal flower and what you would make with this die. Like, would you make a pansy? Would you make a zinnia? Would you make a rose? You know, and if you do it, we would love to see. I would say bonus,
in the fan club.
bonus for that if you show how you did it. So that's there on Eleen Hall Fan Club. Put that over there or in the chat here. And if you were watching on Instagram, then you want to do hashtag EHJune release and just leave me a comment. The same thing about what flower you like under the stream if it's there. If not, just then on the post that says we're going live. Sorry, it's so complicated, guys. If you're on YouTube, put it in the stream or the comments under the video. It will be a video. Lilac. Oh, that'll be pretty. Oh, you guys are going to have, you know what? That's making me feel inspired. And when Jenny said, I was like, how would we do that? And now I want to make all those flowers. So this is just so much fun, guys. I'm excited to be back and really want to get back into creating because, you know, I've been away from it and I miss it. So we also have the loom going. So we'll be doing some things with that. Thank you, Glum. Yes, that's it. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we're going to head out because we've got a lunch that we have to get to. Important things. So hibiscus. Wow, that would be interesting. All right. Give it a try, Janine. All right, guys, we're going to take off, but we will see you on Thursday. And thanks again to the team for everybody who was able to be here. Thanks to all of you guys. This was a great, great time. So thanks so much for hanging in there. All right. See you guys soon. All right. Bye. Thanks, Susie and Debbie.
Bye.